Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Jared at 3Cs. I got Mark, Danny, and Jared with me. As always, I gotta thank them for coming out and putting up with my ideas. Sunday morning at 9 a.m. Thank you guys for coming out. I only brought one microphone because I was running around. I've got like 9 bikes we're gonna ride today. This is the first video, which is gonna be a super clean. I think it's probably one of the cleanest 2014s in the country. 250, 2-stroke. We sold that bike brand new, which is pretty cool. And we got a 2023 250 2-stroke, which we also sold brand new. And the cool thing in this video is we're gonna do a 10-year video. I know it's a 2023, not 2024, but same bike as 2024. I didn't have a 2024 kicking around. So whole point of this video is how far did Beta come in the last 10 years? And I think this group is the most qualified group in the country to do this video because we've been a dealer since 2012 and these guys have all been riding Betas since that time. Your first bike was the first 2012 we ever got.
Yeah, the 350 RR.
You and I split those. We bought, okay, to be a dealer I had to buy 2 bikes. I got a 350, Mark got a 350. That was the start of Beta for us back in 2012.
Yep.
2013 I then went to a 2-stroke, 300.
I went to a 450.
450.
Yeah.
And then since then it's probably been 30 Betas,
yeah,
I guess. Like every model.
Yeah.
And then Daniel, you were a little younger. So your first Beta would have been a...
It was a 2015 250.
Oh,
so actually just
smokes.
1 year newer than that. So
2 years.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Well, yeah.
Similar.
Yep.
Okay.
But yeah, so I have a lot of time on a bike, pretty much exactly like that.
2015 250.
Yep. And then I had a 125, 2 125s after that, and then a 350, a 300, another 250.
And then now a 250.
Yep.
Okay, so definitely a 250 guy here.
Mm-hmm.
Jared, you too, buddy. I think your first bike was a 16. Does that make sense?
Well, I started with a 13 350,
What?
and then I had a 14 390.
Oh
if you
yeah,
remember.
that was a hot minute.
Yeah,
that was a hot mess.
That was a
Not
lot of rev
good.
limiter in that bike.
Yeah.
Yep, and then I had a 2016 250 also, rode that for a couple years, and now I have a 300 race edition. So I had a couple bikes.
So between the 4 of us, there's probably been at least 100 Betas. And that's not joking.
Some quick math.
Some quick math. Yeah, quick math. We can make it longer if we wanted. But so I'm really excited. We have a motocross track we're going to ride on. We also have some wood sections. So the whole point of this is if you guys are looking to buy a used bike, is a 2014 worth looking at on the marketplace? This one's an exception though. I think it's beautiful. Like the cases aren't even scratched on it. So the point is if you guys are looking for a used bike, can you buy something used or should you go right to something new? So how's that suspension working there?
With 2 people, it's a little soft.
A little
soft. It'd be a little springy, but
One side note is that is the race edition model, and back then they used Marzocchi forks. So this is the closed cartridge fork, and the only other differences back then would have been foot pegs and some billet stuff. Beta, the race editions in 2014 were not a big difference between the standard and the race. It was literally just the forks and some bling. So this is a standard model, this is a race edition. So let's jump into it. Let's check this bike out. So, oh, what was that? Do that again. That is wild. I didn't know those existed, did you?
I've seen them before, but I've never had one.
Huh, I honestly didn't know it did that.
Maybe save your brake pedal tip if you smack it into a rock.
This is a plastic shark thing, too.
Yeah, it's a plastic one. And then Peyton kind of decked it out. It's got a nice skid plate on it, a good pipe guard, rad guards, hand guards. But look how clean these cases are on this thing. It's pretty much new. It's got the kickstart kit plus electric start because back then it came with both. And nice seat cover on this thing. I mean, the thing isn't even really scratched. Look at the swing arm on this thing for a 2014. It's pretty incredible. So, all right, who wants to ride this thing first?
Dan.
Danny? All right.
Put my helmet on.
Let's do it. All right, Dan, just rode the 250 from 10 years ago.
Yep.
What do you think of it?
I mean, I don't think you would really know. It feels pretty good still.
Really?
Yeah, I was surprised. I mean, it's definitely more vibration than the counterbalanced ones, but it still feels fine. I mean, plenty of power, good low end, and feels good. back brake, I mean, just like adjustment stuff feels funny because it's different than my bike, but really, I mean, feels good.
Maybe I need to keep it and make you race this. How sick would that be?
I mean, that'd be sweet.
Go to the next New York race, or well, the fall series.
Oh yeah,
You if you showed up with this thing,
dude. I mean, people would probably, they wouldn't even
they
really
don't
know
know
with how
idea.
clean this is. They wouldn't be like, oh, that guy's on an 11-year-old bike.
but we could do videos saying that like it's still worthy of going to the races, though.
Oh yeah, for sure. Oh, this thing's fun. It's nice.
All right, Mark, throw your helmet on. Let's see you on this thing. Looks good.
No, it looks really good. That bike with that gear combo.
I know. We
looks
might
factory.
have to go back to 2014s. We might have to sell all of our new bikes in the showroom. Huh? That's crazy. Yeah, Mark would win on it.
Oh,
Look
yeah.
at him. He already looks like he's at home.
Man, this thing feels playful and so like nimble, like, and it's buttery smooth. I can't believe.
Oh, because you've been on. Oh,
Twen-
turn that GoPro off real quick. You've been on a 300.
Yeah, it was a 2300. That's what I've been racing. This thing's incredibly smooth. Like the power is just crazy. Like it's, I mean, it feels electric almost, but like so smooth. And then the suspension's great. It's like soaking everything up. For me, like this would be perfect.
The way it is now.
Yeah, the way it is now. Like I would run the suspension all day.
I'm
I like-
excited for you to hop on the one that Mark's on next.
Yeah.
Oh, Deanie, hop on this thing because you're fresh off the other one. Oh, yeah. We'll get some input here and see what you guys think of it.
Since I do a lot of sitting down, like, yeah, the suspension's great for me. Like,
Yeah,
it's-
even stock RR suspension, right?
yeah, stock RR suspension. I like a little bit softer. Like, I'm not as fast as Danny and Mark, so I like it just a smidge
little
softer, and this fits the bill. Like,
And the
this
next
would be
video
great
we're
for
going to do
trail
later
riding.
today, if you guys want to check out our channel, it's going to be this RR versus the new RX Pro. We've got the 2025 sitting right here. And we got the 25 cross trainer, so more videos to come later today. All right, Dan, go rip that thing. Well, what do you think of that thing?
It's fun. Definitely a little bit more vibration than the new bikes, but
Yeah.
other than that, I mean, I could race it for sure.
Yeah, I know. I was watching you ride it. I'm like, yeah, Mark's already at home on it. This on the motocross track. It was not out of
Yeah.
control.
No.
Brakes felt good, even though they're that
They
old.
work good. I would just adjust some things to my liking.
Levers and things. That's what Danny said when he got off it. I think.
But literally, I could get on this bike, go to the race, and I'd be fine for a whole race.
I think so too. All right, Jared, hop on this thing. I want to see your. So you're the first one to go from the new chassis to this. So on initial startup, what does the handlebars feel like to you?
Levers are a little low, but other than that, it feels good.
Well, vibration wise.
Oh,
so just so you know,
vibration-wise.
this is the start
Yeah.
button.
I could feel the vibration for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah.
I was wondering.
Yeah, the other one's so smooth, it literally no movement at all. This one,
Yeah,
you can feel a little
because
bit.
Mark hasn't ridden that one yet either.
This sounds like it revs a little bit slower too. That other bike, it
Came
seems
up
like
faster?
yeah, games are.
Turn that GoPro on and find your goggles and.
2013 250.
We'll throw you on this bike next.
Alright.
All right, Danny, what do you think?
So that bike is fine as long as you don't ride one of these. Because this one
Really?
is definitely a lot smoother right off the bat.
Really?
Yeah, since it's been 2 weeks since I rode my bike, hopping on that one, you don't think it's that different, but if you ride them back to back,
You notice
it's
the difference.
definitely a big difference.
All right, Mark, hop on this thing. You're still fresh. Give me some vibration noise. Okay, so I want to talk to you in a minute, but
Yeah, I'll pop
like
my helmet off.
just think about like vibrations and brakes, all that stuff.
Yeah, it's definitely smoother.
So as soon as you hit the button,
As
you
soon as you
notice
hit the button, you feel it. It's definitely smoother.
how much smoother it is. All right, go ride it. Electric, yeah, good word. All right, little Dan, you just rode both.
Yep. Yeah, I mean the counterbalanced ones, I mean they do exactly what they're supposed to. It's a lot smoother powered delivery, and just like it just seems to be more calm and controllable throughout the whole RPM range is what I felt.
So what do you think as far as suspension? Because you're
that thing
comparing a
definitely-
closed cartridge to an open cartridge.
Yeah, I mean that thing pretty soft setup for me, but I mean you can change quite a bit with just clickers and springs and stuff. But
Absolutely.
for an intermediate to trail rider type guy, definitely perfect.
Which is what that
And
bike's
I mean,
targeted toward.
I had a non-race edition and I raced it for full season. It's not that much of a
Yeah,
difference.
and you did really well on it too.
Yeah, I won the 200A championship on a non-race edition 125.
Yeah.
So
And
it's-
Mark's won stuff too on
Yeah.
non.
Oh, yeah.
That's always been the story with us, is trying not to sell somebody the wrong bike.
Yeah,
I'm excited. You came right back and you're like, as long as you didn't ride that. That's the
right.
whole goal as a dealer. Like, are we selling newer bikes for a reason, or are they just
yeah.
newer bikes?
If you bought a 2014 off marketplace and you're just getting into riding and whatever, it'd be fine for you. But if you're looking for
Serious.
every ounce of
Yeah.
performance and the best rideability, obviously a new one's going to be the best.
I agree.
Runs good. Power is way more aggressive, but this thing is chaotic. It feels like it's all over the place.
Really?
It is nowhere near as smooth as that bike. Like
Yeah.
the newer bike, I don't know, it's just absolute butter. This thing I'm like hitting stuff and kind of getting kicked everywhere. And the power is so aggressive, like when I hit little bumps, it like almost makes me twist the throttle more. But other than that, great. I would still race it. I mean, it feels good.
Yeah.
Suspensions, I don't love it.
Yeah.
But it's workable. I mean, I would
Yeah.
ride it.
That's pretty sweet.
Yeah. Definitely vibrates a lot.
Yeah. All right, guys, I'm gonna go try this 2014. It's probably been 10 years since I've ridden one of these things. Let's go check this thing out.
What do you think?
I mean, this bike obviously definitely smoother. The power delivery is definitely smoother also. Like it's just more linear. Like that other bike, Peyton's old bike, the 2014, it's got more low end power. It seems it just hits harder down low and more of maybe a moto type bike. But this is a good woods bike for sure. Yeah. Besides the bars being bent and the levers all jacked up, but yeah, it's good.
Okay, so I think it's pretty obvious. I'm pretty excited, thankfully, like as a dealer, like that there really is a difference between the two bikes. If you're on Marketplace though, looking for a bike, you should be able to pick up one of these for like $300 to $3,500. This one's loaded, so you're getting like everything all included. You buy a new 2023, 2024, even with discounts and leftover prices, you're still going to be like 8 to 9. So if you're just trying to like have an affordable bike to get to the races, what do you think, Jared?
Yeah, I think that would be a great price point, and it's a great bike. Nothing wrong with it at all. It's definitely raceable and definitely trail rideable.
I think so too. How about you, Mark?
Yeah, I mean, it's like a Ferrari and like an old fast muscle car. Like it'll get the job done.
I agree. No, Dan, thoughts?
Yep. I mean, pretty much, you'll be plenty happy on that. Just don't ride anything new for a while.
Yeah, that's it. It's like I definitely noticed a lot more vibration in it. Power was snappier, so that's way more controllable.
Yeah, big
Like
time.
that bike in the woods, you could settle into things easier. Where this just had more of that old school, like you said, muscle car power, like "Brr, here it comes" type stuff. So
Yeah.
pretty cool that they've had that much of a difference. Definitely faster for sure. Like
Oh, yeah.
after like a 2-hour hair scramble, that's gonna be so much easier to hang on to.
Yeah, the amount of energy you would save racing that would make a huge difference in your lap times.
I agree. Well, it was really cool. I've been wanting to do a video like this for a long time, but trying to find the right bike, and we needed 10 years to happen. But honestly, Peyton's bike is probably the cleanest one we could have ever done it with. I've been wanting this bike back, so it was really cool that he traded it in. So thank you guys for watching. Oh, we just got to 17,000 subscribers, so thank you for helping us get to that. These videos aren't easy to do because I got to get all these guys together. So thanks for watching. Enjoy the ride and see you on the trail.